من دوجز ريفورم، مكان لتدريب الكلاب في كندا. هنصور الحلقة بتاعة اليوم السادس، انتظرونا. هنتكلم عن ازاي تربي الكلب بتاعك. لو انت بتفكر تأدابت كلب، ايه الحاجات اللي انت تاخدها في الاعتبار وانت بتختار الكلب اللي هيعيش معاك 15 سنة، يمكن اقل يمكن اكتر. ده اللي هنشوفه في حلقة النهاردة من اليوم السادس. مين المنياوي مروض الكلاب. احنا نبتدي الاول بموضوع البابيز بقى. How to select a puppy if I'm gonna adopt a puppy. ازاي اختار puppy اللي يناسب الاسره بتاعتي.
So in every litter it's like a family. In every family there is the higher energy and there's the lower energy. In this litter, this is a white German Shepherd litter. As you can see, there's some little bit different colors, a different shade of white.
So this white German Shepherd.
This is a white German Shepherd.
الأطفال بالذات هم اللي بيبقوا أكتر ناس متأثرين بالبابي وبيبتدوا build الإيموشن relationship مع الدوجز.
But we do want, when we're picking a puppy, that when the family all come, I prefer all the family members coming. I would do a first and a second and a third interview. And I always tell people, when you're going to a breeder, make sure you go to a reputable breeder that actually care about the puppies, care which family that will be taking the puppy. Not anyone can take any German Shepherd. There's so many breeds. We have to choose carefully. Your question is really good question, but it's kind of really
general one. Right?
General. I wanted to more be trying to help everyone here by saying that picking a puppy is a 15, 16 years sometimes investment. So make sure when you pick something, you pick it right and what match your own family. So for example, if a family have kids, I would pick something more social. People will say, how would I know when I just go to a breeder that have a nesting box or whelping box and have so many puppies, they're all cute. Right now, we are actually, they were born on the 22nd, actually 16th of December. So they're pretty young. They're just the second week. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks old. But from even this age, you can actually start knowing which one would be more dominant, which one is more social. So this one, what do you think of this one?
This one is Giorgio. And we're going to come with a baby and
she made her mind, I guess. So from that age, you can even tell stuff like, so they just literally starting to open their eyes, and they just opening their eyes from yesterday. We do certain exercise, so we start even training from the day 3, third night, to the 18th night.
قبل ما ادخل في موضوع التريننج، هل انا اقدر كفاميلي اقدر اختار البابي بتاعي من شكله، اقدر اقول ده هو ده فعلا الدوج اللي هيعيش معايا 15 years from now?
That's usually what most people think, that I will pick by the looks or pick by whoever comes to me. Hold it. You can. But it's not by how they look at all. So it's like close to, I know that most people don't like this line, like as if you're picking your soulmate. It's really hard to pick if you're thinking about picking a puppy by looks. It's all about the temperament of the puppy, not the looks of the puppy. Looks are deceiving. You actually need to see what temperament you're looking for.
يعني مش مهم بس الشكل، يهمني اكتر من الشكل الكايند اوف السبيريت، شخصيه الكلب. هو ده اللي هيمشي معايا بعد كده. how he is gonna be social. لو هو مثلا is gonna bark much، لازم اخلي بالي من لو هو انا سبته لوحده في البيت فتره طويله، how he's gonna be adapting this. how can I walk him. كل الحاجات دي ازاي بقى ابص عليها وازاي انا اختار الكلب بتاعي.
That's the puppy showing right now dominance action. So he doesn't like to be held. And if I have a family, I wouldn't want something like that for the family. This is showing dominance right away from age like 2 weeks. Give me a second. I'll just show them something. How about that? So if you're holding a puppy like that, and he's trying to wiggle and wiggle out and doesn't want it, then you would know that he's not as social puppy. He's more independent puppy. And every single one have certain needs. So if I'm going to do protection, I need a dog that is more independent and will do a job outside and then come back to me with the kind of thief.
Down.
I'll take him down. I will put him down. So if we're trying to test with the puppies to see like what temperament.
Down.
If he started to calm down, then I would say, you know what, he's dominant, but it's not the extreme one. We pick another puppy like all wiggly and like trying to push out.
It's kind of manageable. Yeah.
So I would say that would be like a manageable, like a yellow color, which I would say a yellow coat for me would be something that is okay.
Where's
A
the
red
goat?
one, I would say never for a family. I would say it's more for
Down.
person that is doing a specific job, which is مثلا training, will be great.
طب نيجي لموضوع التريننج. انا اعرف ان انت عندك سيكشنز كتيره قوي هنا في الهوتل. But you train different kind of dogs, you train different age group, and this is the section where we have the puppies.
Yes.
طيب ازاي انا ازاي انت كترينر بتترين البابيز؟ في training للبابيز كمان؟
For sure. So there's so many books, there's so many websites, there's so many links you can watch talking about training a dog. I'm just starting to write a book about training a dog. I would say that training a dog is only by a bond. You can't do anything with a dog without a bond. Most people buy a dog, they just want to be the alpha, they want to dominate. This is the worst thing you could actually do. It's not fair for the dog, and you're actually destroying the bond with the dog. The best thing, when you get a puppy, forget about commands. Commands will come. Start by knowing the puppy, respect with the puppy, and that will grow. By making a bond, you can train a dog. So a dog will always be, if you have a strong bond, he will be looking at your eyes. لو واحد جاب كلب وتسرع ان هو يعمل الرولز ولازم ولازم ولازم، الاول انا دايما برشح ان كل واحد بيشتري كلب يكون يبتدي علاقه مع الكلب، يعرف الكلب، يبقى فريندز مع الكلب قبل ما يعمل اي كومنتس. طبعا مش I'm saying خلي الكلب يعضه، بس puppies are like an easiest clay. You bring them in and you work with them.
طيب التريننج للكلب يعني ايه احسن وقت ابتدي ادرب فيه الكلب قبل ما ادابت الكلب؟ هل انا اترين الكلب وهو لسه في الايدج جروب ده، ولا لما يكبر شويه، ولا لما اخده عندي البيت ويبتدي تحصل مشاكل فابتدي اعرف ايه بالظبط المشاكل دي وادور على الترينر ذا بيست فيت في المشكله دي؟ مثلا he's not socializing, he's barking too much كده. يعني ايه اختار احسن وقت للتريننج للكلب؟
It's a job actually of a breeder before even a job for the owner. If a reputable breeder, they will always know that they have to start from as soon as they delivered. I start my training starting the 3rd day to the 18th day, as I was talking before. It's the best time you do a certain behaviors with the dogs. So there's to have a super dog. Actually, the army have initiated to do something like that, which is working on the temperament of the dogs and to have a strong nerve dog, so they're not scared and will be of best health. I can show you what we do with the dog. Like as I was just testing, كنا لسه بنتest how is the dog can accept certain stresses. So
ده اللي في الجيرمان ارمي تريننج؟
yeah, or like in any breed actually. I even like a toy poodle, I will do that with him عشان يبقوا healthy and strong and good nerves.
انت ماسكه ازاي كده؟ وريني كده.
So احنا عندنا a couple positions we do with the puppy. So I hold the puppy erect, high, for a couple seconds, like let's say from 3 to 10 seconds. That's position number 1. And then we flip him the other direction and we hold him still bardo, and he shouldn't wiggle. We just hold and being not angry or not tense. You just have to be calm and just holding till he relax. And he knows, God forbid if your dog is running outside and then got hit by a car, he need to know from that age they will learn that he is okay that my master holding him in any single position, and he have to accept it and be calm with it.
اتعود على كده من دلوقتي.
من أول that age. Plus he will be used to be touched. لما يكون عندنا عيال في البيت and they're young and they're touching the puppy in a certain ways, I don't want the dog to be إيه اللي حصل and get aggressive. No, we want them to get used to every single situation, and that would work best for them. And then that the soup is like holding them like a hammock like that as well. It's working on the dog not being aggressive, more submissive, or more laid back, and an owner can play with him. زي مثلا زغزغه ولا حاجة. That's one of the positions. That's the 3. And then I would do after that, I would get a Q-tip, any Q-tip, and then thank you. And I would take every single toesy and you go around in and out. The puppy right now is giving me a calming signal. This is a yawn. So he's trying to calm himself and calming me when I'm doing it. So a puppy from that age had started already social skills. He already knows that if I want to get through a certain tension situation, I'll give a calming signal. Because this communication, they communicate with puppies and with people this way. It's okay, they're sturdy. So I go in like that and out of every single toe. Wow. In the first day, they don't like it at all. They scream, they wiggle, they everything. But as you can see, we've been doing it for more than a week right now. So they got used to the touches. And you know, when people say, I hate going to the groomer because my dog gets so aggressive, it's because they never got that kind of experience. I wish every owner asked the breeder to have you done that kind of job with them or no. And if a good breeder, they will know what I'm talking about. And then as well, we go inside. A third exercise would be, it's something that most people would be like shocked. Why do they do that? Army would put it in a freezer or something really cold or a frozen ice. And then you take a puppy for 3 seconds, you just put him in and right away out. And then in a warm seat area after. But that would increase their nerves. And you know, this kind of shock and out of the shock, that's really good. And actually they become really sturdy in such a Canadian weather, the extreme changes and really cold areas. That's nothing bad for the dog. That's really good for the dog to do it. You don't have to go to the extreme of an army because you're not taking the dog to use him in the army. But for a normal household puppy, it's really increased even their immune system, and they're much healthier dogs.
طب انا عندي سؤال هنا في بعد ما ممكن بعد ما adapting الدوج الفاميلي بتكتشف ان مثلا عندها children they are allergic لل kinds of dog او من الشيد بتاع الدوجز بيحصل allergy. How can we like know this in advance?
So there's preventive measures, and there's as well to pick the right puppy for that family. All dogs must shed. We have the expectation of like the dogs will not shed. For sure, like the hairless dogs, which is not so many dogs.
I know some breeds, like 10 breeds, they are not, they don't shed, or they shed little.
They shed less, but any dog would need to shed. Chinese Crescent, they don't have hair. They're like, then that would be a good thing. You want the mic?
Juju, أنت عايزة تتكلمي ها? Do you like dogs?
Yeah, I really like domestic.
Yeah, would you like those puppies?
Like them.
Would you like to have one?
Yes, I want this one.
I'm not giving you one for sure.
Please give me one.
He will give you one. من عنده بقى مش هعمل ده.
Family or no?
There is no plan for dogs for us now. But actually, this is actually the objective of doing this today is to see if the family is ready for that, and ممكن نفكر في حاجة إن إحنا يبقى عندنا كلب وبالذات ممكن تكون الكريسماس جيفت صح؟ في ناس إيه أنواع الفاميليز اللي بيجي لك يبقى ياخدوا dogs بيختاروها إمتى مثلا؟
I find most people would come for sure in the Christmas season and in the summer season. There's always saying that a good breeder would say, don't buy a dog for Christmas if you're getting it for the Christmas season. It's a dog not for a season, it's a dog for life. So that's when people come in just for tell me this line, I want a dog for Christmas, I say, don't even come in. Like that's through the emails, like there's no need. Because we having a dog for a life. We like a good breeder will stay with the puppies. The first 3 weeks, I actually made this like place so I can sleep with them and stay with them all night. And then we start the next shift. I would stay to 3, 4, put the mama away, and then my employees will come from starting the 6 a.m. shift. So it's like ongoing. There's ongoing watching the dogs.
طب نرجع تاني سؤال الالرجي. Do you recommend the Maltese مثلا كبريد for families that they are suffering from allergies or خايفين من الالرجيز?
Going back to that exactly is like dogs with hair is different than dogs with fur. So dogs with hair, like a human hair, they have less dandruff. Our issue is the dandruff, not that they shed. The what make them the allergy increase for the kids or the family, it's all about the dandruff. So the dogs with hair, like human hair, would be less in the problematic for the household. There's, for example, you have the Maltese, as you mentioned. You have Bichon Frise. A lot of people have Bichon Frise. You have Shih Tzu. It's as well good with the allergies. There's a lot of breeds, but it's what you're actually looking for. If you want a dog for protection, I wouldn't get, for example, Maltese. There will be a watchdog, but protection dog is different than a watchdog. A watchdog is to define him is just a dog to tell you that someone is coming. A protection dog will be like a German Shepherd, would be tell you and actually would act on it. Maltese will bark and that's it. They can't hold the thief. So as well, for sure, the way that's the breeds itself and what you could get. But the preventative measures is what you feed makes a huge difference. So if you feed any just grocery stores kind of food, that's what you get. It's a lot of fillers, and that's not good for the dogs. Dog can't digest that fillers. So the rice and any breeds, any brand that you see that have rice and every single kind of rice, know that it's a no. Get something with good quality food. Even if you invest in the beginning a little more, it's saving you so much bills in the vet. The second thing I would talk about is brushing, and we can have a big segment about that. What kind of brushes we could use, and how often and how many times you would wash a dog. We will make sure that we give you a segment talking about that specific.
Speaking of shed, واحدة من ضمن الصراع ما بين البيرنتس وما بين الشباب الصغير الفاميليز انهم عايزين دوج، بيبقى فيه قلق من موضوع الكليننج والتنظيف والشد. مين اللي هيلم الشد ده والهاسلز اللي ممكن تحصل في البيت، وبالذات انت عارف البيوت عندنا في كندا بتتأثر جدا بأي حاجة. ايه النصيحة اللي بتقدمها لأي فاميلي بالذات اللي عندهم كلاب اوريدي وفيها الشد، او في الفاميليز اللي هم خايفين من انهم يادابت dog because of that?
I would love حتى even the smallest youngest member to do that specifically because it increase, for example, it will increase their bond with the dog and it will make them the number one. الكلب لما تشوف a monkey, a chimpanzee with cleaning another dog's hair and taking the ticks out, this is the highest level in the pack. Because and only an adult and a mature and the most dominant one, that's the one that actually will have the privilege of cleaning another monkey. So it's the same thing when you're brushing a dog, you're taking out the dead hair, and that's something really good for the dog. All the dead hair is out, and more oxygen, like circulation, would be better for the dogs. That I would give it to responsibility for the youngest member of the family, so they can increase the rank in the family. مش الناس دايما تخاف كلبنا ممكن يتعض، كلبنا صغير. Sorry, أنا آسف. I mean, like, our kid will get bit from the dog. It's actually, the more you give responsibility for the youngest one, is actually increasing their ranking in the dog. So كل dog psychology would be, we're thinking about it as a hierarchy, from top to bottom. A dog should be the end of the hierarchy, and the family would be the top. That's with no abuse, for sure. That's the top of the hierarchy, would be someone that is actually a confident, calm leader that can do what the dogs need.
طب آخر سؤال هنا في الجزء السكشن بتاعنا ده هنا. Do you recommend إن إحنا لو family thinking of adopting a dog, they start as early as possible from the puppy phase, ولا نستنى شوية لما يكون كبر وبان السوشيال characteristics بتاعته؟
There's a great benefit of having a baby puppies. Baby puppies, you grow with them and you'll see the changes. That's the positive about it. The withdrawal of that, for sure, if you're not ready for a puppy that will start biting and chewing, and the teething stage is teething stage. We have to be kind of realistic of what we want. A dog needs to explore, so they for sure will go through that. There's ways to get it better, and which is for sure exercise and obedience, and we will talk in that for sure more in depth in our next sections, if you guys have time. But as a start, if you find yourself that's not your thing, or a senior family could actually get something that is a senior dog, or maybe a more busy family, I would suggest get a maybe 8-month-old, or just so you can have a little bit of the puppyhood, and then the as well the long life of a dog, you still have them. But if you can't handle all the chewing and growing up and making messes by making a mistake or two for like when they pee in the house, then I would say go ahead and get something more mature. I always match dogs with the owner, not just the owner. Oh, the puppy ran to me. I don't care if they run to you. This is not important. It's one point that they're more social. But actually, the puppy that is running to you, which most people don't think about it, they think, oh, they're loving. No, it's actually like in a wolf pack, the one that goes out and explore. So it's actually in the wolf language, it would be the tester guy. So please try to think about it, not how cute is the puppy, or oh, the puppy picked me. No, you should actually pick the puppy. You are the responsible owner here. And that's what most people get confused. That's all.
خليكم معانا في اليوم السادس، اوعوا تروحوا في اي حته. احنا بنتابع حلقه مخصوصه من الهوتل بتاع مينا المنياوي عن تربيه الكلاب في كندا بالذات، وخليكم معانا اوعوا تروحوا في اي حته.